So in Ontario, we pay something called the HST. So Ontario introduced the HST, which stands for Harmonized Sales Tax, in 2010 to combine the GST and the PST. So before, when you used to pay tax on anything you bought, there is like so much for the GST, which is the government sales tax, and so much for the PST, the provincial sales tax. Now they just bundled it all up together. So it applies to most goods and services. And the current rate is 13%. Now, what's interesting is the HST depends on what province you're in. Some provinces pay more, and like out east, I believe they pay a little bit more than we do, or out west, they pay a little less than we do. But in Ontario, it's 13%. And it's not always 13%. I remember when it was 15% at one point. So sometimes this actually changes. Now, we're going to go through this little list to see what we pay HST on. So certain things which are essential, like food, we don't have to pay HST because you need those to survive. Diapers, you do not have to pay HST on diapers because you need diapers if you have a little baby. Tobacco, you definitely need to pay HST on tobacco. Hairstyling is a service, so you need to pay it. Children's clothing. Now, children go through clothing quite quickly. They just grow out of it. So to help parents out, we do not have to pay HST on children's clothing. Okay, nor do we have to receive news, so not on newspapers or prescriptions. Stuff like gasoline, you definitely need to pay HST on gasoline. Your internet bill, you'll find you do have to pay HST on that. Groceries, you do not, unless it's junk food, have to pay HST on groceries. Prepared food. Well, if you're only buying a coffee, for instance, at Tim Hortons, you don't have to pay. But if it's over $4, you do. So I'm going to write down yes, and it's if it's over $4. Which means if you have a $6 order, if you split it up into two orders and pay twice, you won't have to pay the tax. And some people actually do that. Legal services, yes. So legal service means if you have, say, a need of a lawyer or a police check, you need to pay the HST. And then feminine hygiene products, okay, you do not need to because those are necessary as well. Now what we're going to do is calculate the HST and then how much you would have to pay. So if you purchase an item that was $100, what you would do is you go 100 times 13%. You need to change it to a decimal before we multiply. So that'd be 0.13. And we get $13 when you punch that into your calculator. So the initial price is $100 plus $13 tax. So it would just be 100 plus 13 gives you $113. That's what you would actually have to pay in total. So let's keep going. So if, say, you got a haircut for $7.99, so you simply go $7.99 times the tax as a decimal, so 0.13, and you get $1.04. So the total will be the $7.99 plus the $1.04. And when you add those two together, you get $9.03. The next one, $23.88. So again, you take the price, 23.88. You multiply it by 0.13, and you end up paying $3.10 in tax. So the total would be this number plus this number. So 23.88 plus $3.10, and you get $26.98. All right, let's keep going. So if you bought something very expensive, okay, that was $379.99. Well, you take that number, you multiply it by 0.13, and you get $49.40. So what we see is the bigger the price, the more tax we actually have to pay. To get the total, you add the two together. And the total would be $429.39. All right. $15.50. So again, we just go $15.50 times it by 0.13, and that works out to be $2.02. To get the total, you add the two together. So it's $15.50 plus $2.02, and that works out to be $17.52. And the last one, if you purchase something for $42.27, we have to figure out the tax. That works out to be $5.50. To get the total, you add the two together. And that works out to be $47.77.